Hi, class. Happy week 2. So it was actually fun to read your icebreaker questions, and I could see that you guys were a little frustrated, struggling, not sure, and so forth um, for that question. What's your top 3? And the reason that I gave that question to this class, and if you've had me before, you're like, this is so random, Mrs. Reyes. It was because in customer service, I've been in customer service the majority of my life, whether it was in sales, whether it was when I was a program coordinator talking with customers, whether it's here at Triton College talking to you, all my life. And one of the things that I know about customer service is sometimes you have to think out of the box. We all don't communicate the same way with each other. So putting that question out to you was really you know, thinking a little on your toes of what does she mean? I don't get this question. But there's going to be a lot of times when customers are talking to you and they're saying something to you that's very foreign, just like what are your top 3, right? So anyway, I loved reading your top 3. My top 3, I was saying to someone, it was cinnamon, strawberry, vanilla, and those would be my top 3 favorite ice cream cones, or ice cream. So it could have been any of your top 3. But anyway, it was nice to read about you guys and get to know you all. So I always on Mondays send out this announcement. I try to do them on video. Sometimes they're written. It depends on what my day or my week is looking like. But please make sure that you watch these videos because I give a lot of information if I'm doing a video. So since we're in week 2, I just wanted to start and just say, remember that your announcements are right here. This is where you go and you'll see them. I always post on Mondays and I do post throughout the week. If somebody or a couple people are emailing me a question, I send it out as an announcement instead of answering each email because I'm thinking if 1 or 2 people or 3 people are asking me, maybe more people in the class are wondering as well. So when we go into this week under course materials, what you're going to see is unit 1 is gone. You no longer can access those assignments. You no longer can turn those assignments in because that unit is now closed. So you get the next week, which is unit 2. Before I jump to unit 2, one of the things I did realize or saw when I was grading your papers and things where some of you do not know what APA means. That is a form of writing that is the way that we write in business. So whether you are doing it here at Triton College, go to a 4-year institution, or you're in the business world, we write an APA. So there is a PowerPoint to help you out with that. So if you are not double spacing your paragraphs, or I'm sorry, your papers, if you are not doing 12 font, APA changed this year, but I'm going to stick with Times New Roman, 12-point double spaced. The formatting is incorrect. I do not need an abstract. I do not need a title page. We are not doing a professional to be published APA paper. I do not need a running head. If you are writing a paper for like a project, like a formal final paper, that would be a different conversation. But for your homework, double spaced, 12-point font, 1-inch margins, Times New Roman, you'll be good to go. So going into unit 2. All right. So once you get into unit 2, there are your assignments for this week. Okay. And you can go either way. You can jump this way or you can click over. I like to personally click over. So it's going to tell you, you're going to read chapter 2. You're also going to read the following article. What is the GAP model of service quality? This just says, now we're going to get into the assignments. Okay, so you have a smart book, chapter 2, that needs to be completed. Then it goes into actual assignments. So the first assignment that you're going to have is your encounter journal. Now you can do this at any time during the week. I don't care. A lot of you did not do your encounter journal for last week, so you missed those points. And like I said, and I might not have said this to this class, but I know I said it to my face-to-face class, but I feel I said it to this class. There's no rubrics. I'm just grading for it to be completed. Your detail that you put in your service encounter journal, it's going to matter for your midterm. So if you're just going to go in and type a couple different things and not be very detailed, it will affect you for your midterm. So make sure you're going in and answering those questions to the best of your ability. Also pulling information from this specific week, because again, in your midterm, when you get there, you're going to need to know how that, how was the gap model utilized in your experience this week? Okay, so again, very detailed, pulling information from this week so that when you get to your midterm, it will be super easy to do. So do your customer and journal. So when you get there, I'm just going to click it so that you see. So I obviously didn't do one last week. So it's going to have, when I get here, I'm going to have to go up to this create journal entry. I click it and then I enter the journal. That's it. Enter your notes in here. I didn't put the criteria. I'll go back and I'll repaste the criteria from unit 1 into this unit 2 so that you have that. But again, it's got those specific questions for you to do. All right. So after you do the journal, just to jump ahead real quick, it's a discussion board. Okay, remember, in all of my online classes, if you're new to my online classes, it never changes. All assignments are due at midnight. I'm sorry, all assignments are due at 11:59 on Sunday. That does not change. If you go and you submit something at 11:57 and it does not go through, it's very possible that your computer and the Blackboard are off. If that's the case, copy it, email it to me. I have no problem grading assignments that are emailed to me. Okay. So if that's the situation, you're like, oh my gosh, it did not upload, email it to me. Okay. You don't have to email me and say, Mrs. Reyes, this didn't upload. I had a problem. Send a picture, do all of that stuff. You don't have to do that because my response then is email it to me. So instead of wasting your time, my time, let's skip that whole step. If I see that you're emailing me something at 12:05 a.m., I'm going to know exactly what happened. All right. So that's for any assignments that go like paper-wise, things like that. 11:59 on Sundays, because at 12 a.m. on Monday, the chapter 2 will close and chapter 3 will open. Now, why I'm telling you this now and standing in discussion post is that the initial post for a discussion post is due on Wednesday. Again, for those who have had me before, I've changed it from Tuesdays to Wednesdays. And from Wednesday to Sunday, you have to respond to not one peer, not 0 peers, but at least 2 peers to even be considered to get full points. Okay. So review the rubric. I even put it right here. Okay. So you can see the rubric. They're always attached to the discussion board as well, but there's the rubric for you to fill out. So when I go down here to the next one, here's my post. So what you're going to do is think about a service you receive. Is there a gap between your expectations and perceptions of that service? What do you expect that you do not receive? So I'm now going to launch it. And here I am. It tells me the question. Here's my rubric again, just so that you know, and it's over here. You got to go to this over here. I don't know why that is, but that's where it is. All right. And I'm going to go back. Oops. Sorry. Let me go way back. It's hard when I'm in student view. It doesn't like me being there. All right. So this is discussion 2. I always do post first discussions so that you can give me your ideas and you can give your classmates your ideas and you're not like taking other people's ideas. So create your thread, then you'll be able to see everybody else's. And remember, first post, your initial post answering that question is due at 11:59 on Wednesday. Everything else is due at 11:59 on Sunday. All right, so let's go back to our course material. Unit 2. And then we're going to do our Blackboard homework assignment. This one is on Taco Bell and the subscription service. Here are the 3 questions that you need to answer. And so you want to answer that to the best of your ability, those 3 questions. Okay. Now, here's your rubric as well. So make sure you look at your rubric. Okay. So you're going to follow those, 3 things. Doing one word or one sentence answers is not going to fly. You need to be able to use what you learned from your book and from the Smart Book and from the, customer encounter and from your discussion board and from the Gap article. You need to reference stuff that happened in this week and last week. You can use last week. You use the, one of the 7 Ps if you want to use it, but it needs to reference something in the class that we have learned this week. And then finally, it's hot topic. So this hot topic is you are going to watch this. What is this? It's a video. Oh, it's a TED Talk. You're going to watch this TED Talk and you're going to answer these questions. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is totally from a different class, but it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to show you an example of what a hot topic should look like. It should look like this, exactly like this. It should not look any different than this. It should have, number one, the main purpose of this video is, and you're going to tell me about the TED Talk. The key question that the video addresses is what? And you're going to tell me what the question is that they're what they're really talking about. The video introduces what to you. What did you learn from the video? The main inference conclusion is what was the video's conclusion, not necessarily yours, because your key concepts, those are going to be really your conclusion. What were your takeaways? So 3 is kind of what did you learn? But 5 is like, or what was new, and 5 is like, what did you learn? And number 6 is, if you were placed in as a human resource manager, what from this video are you going to walk away with and use to improve your job, improve your relationship with your employees, improve the system, whatever the question is? How would you respond? Not how the video will respond, but how would you respond? Now, I show you this because for some reason, students will write papers. I don't need a paper. They will write one sentence to answer these questions. Nope, I need more detail. They will, what else is done? Oh, yeah, it's like, well, those are basically the 2 that are the ones that like really catch my eye. But again, you need to follow the rubric, which let me go back, which is right here. And you need to do this. Now, over 400 words, listen, I'm not counting your words, but that should tell you, it should be like the example I just gave you. If you're putting one sentence, that's not even close to 400 words, because there was no real way for me to say to you, you need to like analyze these questions in what you're watching. So that's what I put. Use the textbook to support your article and or opinion. Or if I put in the reading section another article or a video or something that's going to help reinforce what we're learning that week, just use something to refer back to. All right. So that's the rubric for this hot topic. And even for your homework assignment right here, going back to it, for these Taco Bells, I expect it's going to look like this. Number 1, what are the articles tangible? And you're going to have a bunch of sentences telling me that. Number 2, telling me that. Number 3, telling me that. Okay. All right. So I think that's it. I think that's it for the, going through the stuff. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. Hold on. Okay. So you see your APA things down there. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was my grades. Okay, so I obviously have no grades, okay, because I'm the instructor. This shows you all the grades that you're going to have this semester. This shows you, and you should be able to go in and you're going to see everything that was graded, okay? Because if you didn't do it, you got a 0, you'll see it. If you did it, you're going to see your points that you received for that assignment. When you see the points, and if there's like a little, I always call it like a comic bubble, above it, click that. It will show you the comments that I wrote, why you lost points, or what I thought was great about whatever you did. Sometimes I just grade the grade and just, I don't even leave a comment because you did exactly what was supposed to be done. So just keep doing the same thing. Upcoming would be assignments like Unit 2. Those are things that are upcoming. Submitted. The majority of these assignments I had to create because of the fact that this is a new textbook. So everything that you have done, if you have submitted it to me and you don't see it under this submitted, that's an issue. So don't email me asking if I see it or if I don't see it. You can go right here to this submitted and see if it's there or not. If it is not there, you need to send me an email. And remember, I don't do emails on Saturdays and Sundays. I was real clear about that in, I think, our video. I was really clear about that in the rubrics. So you need to make sure that you're submitting stuff prior to Fridays, or emailing me prior to Fridays if you're going to have any issues. But if you say that you submitted something and you don't see it there, like I said at the beginning of the video, just email it to me. But make sure you're telling me it's the customer service class. Hi, my name is Gretchen. I'm in your Business 171 770 because I teach Business 171. What is it? 702. So make sure you tell me which customer service class you're in. I submitted this. It's not showing up, but here it is. I will grade it. Not a problem. All right. So that's where you can look at that stuff. I do all my grading on Monday. I do not do grading before. I do not go back to the grade book and look for you during the week. But on Monday, I go back and I answer those questions and so forth. So if you on Monday, after I've sent this video or my announcement, and you go back into the grade book and you are like, wait a second, I submitted that, or wait a second, that's not the right points, or whatever the case is, that is your time to send me an email. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to tell you this week. I don't think so, but just know, check your announcements. Because if I get one or more, or I think I already said this, a couple of emails, I'll just send it through announcement versus emailing everybody back. And other than that, check my office hours and my virtual hours, because I'm more than happy to meet with any of you during those times. If those times don't work out for you and you need to do it in the evening, just shoot me an email and we will come up with something. But other than that, have an awesome week.